Right now, millions of cricket fans around the world have no idea that their favorite player just made a decision that will change everything. Angelo Mathews, the man who earned over $5 million playing cricket, just announced he's walking away from Test cricket forever. But here's the shocking part: this decision has nothing to do with money, injuries, or even cricket. The real reason will blow your mind, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why Angelo Mathews might be the most incredible human being in sports today. Before we dive deep into this story, smash that like button and hit subscribe, because we're about to uncover the most inspiring athlete story you've heard all year. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Angelo Mathews isn't your typical cricket millionaire. While other players spend their money on expensive cars and flashy jewelry, Angelo made a choice that shocked everyone who knew him. 3 years ago, his young daughter became seriously sick and had to go to the hospital. As he sat in that hospital waiting room, watching other parents cry because they couldn't afford treatment for their dying children, something changed inside him forever. He looked around and saw families selling everything they owned just to keep their kids alive for one more day. That night, Angelo went home and told his wife something that would change thousands of lives. He said he was going to use his cricket fame and money to build a whole new medical center for sick children. Not just donate some money and forget about it, but actually work every single day to make it happen. His wife thought he was crazy. His friends thought he lost his mind, but Angelo knew exactly what he was doing. Here's where the story gets incredible. Angelo didn't just write a check and walk away like most rich celebrities do. He organized fashion shows, called every famous person he knew in Sri Lanka, and even appeared on TV shows to raise money. He spent 2 years of his life working harder on this project than he ever worked on cricket. The result? He raised $3.5 million and built a complete heart surgery center for children. Today, kids who would have died are alive because of what Angelo Mathews did. But wait, there's more to this story that will absolutely amaze you. The hospital where his daughter was treated is the same place where hundreds of poor families bring their sick children every month. Angelo realized that while he could afford the best treatment for his daughter, other parents were watching their children die simply because they didn't have money. This broke his heart so badly that he couldn't sleep at night, so he made a promise. Every child who comes to that hospital will get the same quality treatment that his daughter received, regardless of whether their parents can pay or not. The heart surgery center he built treats over 50 children every month completely free. These are kids who would have died without his help. When you think about it, Angelo Mathews has literally saved more lives than most doctors save in their entire careers. Now let's talk about the money part that everyone wants to know about. Angelo Mathews has earned over $5 million during his cricket career. But here's what most people don't understand about how he got so rich. It wasn't just from playing cricket matches. Smart cricket players know that match fees are just the beginning. The real money comes from endorsement deals, business investments, and building your brand properly. Angelo figured this out early in his career. While other players were spending their money as fast as they earned it, Angelo was investing in property, starting businesses and choosing endorsement deals carefully. He didn't just take money from any company that offered it. He only worked with brands that matched his values and reputation. This smart thinking is why he's worth millions today, while many other talented players struggle financially after retirement. His house in Colombo is worth over $1 million, but it's not just about showing off wealth. Angelo designed his home to be a training center where he can stay in perfect physical condition. He has a private gym that would make professional fitness centers jealous. His daily workout routine is so intense that younger players can't keep up with him. At 37 years old, He's in better shape than most players who are 25, but here's the part that will shock you about his lifestyle. Despite having millions of dollars, Angelo lives quite simply. He doesn't own super expensive cars or buy designer clothes every week. His biggest expense is actually his family's education and healthcare. He believes in spending money on things that improve life, not just things that look impressive to other people. Speaking of family, let's clear up some confusion. Many websites claim Angelo has 4 children, but that's completely wrong. He has 2 children with his wife Hishani Silva, whom he married in 2013. They've been together for over 12 years, and their relationship is one of the strongest in cricket. While other cricket marriages fall apart because of travel and pressure, Angelo and Hishani have built something special. Hishani isn't just a cricket wife who stays home and looks pretty. She's actively involved in all of Angelo's humanitarian work. When he was raising money for the Children's Hospital, she organized events, contacted donors, and worked just as hard as he did. Their partnership is the real secret behind Angelo's success both on and off the cricket field. Their children are growing up understanding that having a famous father comes with responsibilities. Angelo teaches them that success means helping others, not just earning money or becoming famous. His kids have visited the hospital he built, met the children who were saved by his work, and learned that real happiness comes from making other people's lives better. Now here's something that will blow your mind about Angelo's cricket career. Most people only know his basic statistics, but the real story of his cricket success is incredible. He scored over 8,000 runs in Test cricket and hit 16 centuries. But these numbers don't tell you how hard he had to work for every single run. Angelo became Sri Lanka's captain during one of the most difficult periods in their cricket history. The team was struggling, older players were retiring, and young players weren't ready for international cricket. Angelo had to carry the team's batting, bowling, and leadership all at the same time. The pressure was so intense that many nights he couldn't sleep, thinking about how to help his team win matches. But here's what made him special as a captain. Instead of blaming other players when things went wrong, Angelo always took responsibility himself. When Sri Lanka lost matches, he never threw his teammates under the bus. When they won, he always gave credit to other players. This leadership style earned him respect from players around the world, even from opposing teams. The most incredible part of his cricket story happened in 2015 when he was named Wisden Cricketer of the Year. This award is given to the best cricket player in the world, and Angelo won it during a year when he almost single-handedly kept Sri Lankan cricket competitive. He was batting, bowling, captaining, and inspiring his team all at once. Here's a secret that most cricket fans don't know. Angelo's fitness routine is so advanced that professional athletes from other sports come to learn from him. While most cricketers focus only on cricket skills, Angelo trains like a complete athlete. He does weight training, cardio, flexibility work, mental conditioning, and recovery techniques that most players have never heard of. His daily schedule would exhaust most people. He wakes up at 5 in the morning and starts with meditation and mental preparation. Then he does 2 hours of physical training that includes running, weightlifting, and cricket-specific exercises. After that, he practices cricket skills for 3 hours. In the afternoon, he studies videos of opposing players and works on strategy. Evenings are reserved for family time and business meetings. This incredible discipline is why Angelo can still compete with players 15 years younger than him. While other players his age are struggling with injuries and declining performance, Angelo maintains standards that would challenge athletes in their early 20s. His body fat percentage, strength levels, and endurance are better today than they were 10 years ago. But physical fitness is only part of the story. Angelo's mental strength is what really sets him apart from other players. Cricket is a mental game more than a physical one, and Angelo has mastered the psychological aspects better than almost any player in history. He uses visualization techniques, breathing exercises, and mental preparation methods that help him stay calm under extreme pressure. Remember, cricket matches can last 5 days, and players need to maintain concentration for hours at a time. One mental mistake can cost the entire match. Angelo developed mental techniques that allow him to stay focused even when thousands of people are screaming, cameras are following his every move, and the entire country's hopes are depending on his performance. Now let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for. Why is Angelo retiring from Test cricket right now? The announcement shocked cricket fans because he's still playing at an extremely high level. Most players retire when their performance declines, but Angelo is retiring while he's still one of the best players in the world. Here's the real reason behind his retirement decision, and it's not what you think. Angelo realized that he has already achieved everything possible in Test cricket. He scored thousands of runs, captained his country, won individual awards, and earned the respect of cricket fans worldwide. But more importantly, he's reached a point where cricket success feels less important than his family and humanitarian work. The timing of his retirement is actually brilliant when you understand his complete plan. By retiring from Test cricket now, he can focus his energy on shorter cricket formats that require less travel and time commitment. This means he can spend more time with his family while still earning money from cricket. He can also dedicate more time to expanding his humanitarian work and business investments. But here's the part that will surprise you most. Angelo's retirement from Test cricket is not really a retirement at all. It's a strategic career move that will actually increase his earnings while reducing his workload. Shorter cricket formats like T20 leagues pay huge amounts of money for just a few weeks of work. Angelo can now participate in these leagues around the world and earn more money in 2 months than he used to earn in a full year of Test cricket. This decision shows how smart Angelo is about managing his career and life. Instead of playing cricket until his body breaks down and his performance declines, he's choosing to stop while he's still at the top. This way, fans will remember him as a champion, not as a player who stayed too long and embarrassed himself. His final Test match will be at Gala Stadium in Sri Lanka, and it's going to be one of the most emotional cricket matches ever played. Thousands of fans will come to say goodbye to their hero, and millions more will watch on television around the world. This match will be remembered forever as the end of one of cricket's greatest careers. But Angelo's story doesn't end with cricket retirement. In fact, the most exciting part of his life is just beginning. He's planning to expand his humanitarian work beyond Sri Lanka and help sick children in other countries too. He wants to build hospitals and medical centers wherever children are dying because their families can't afford treatment. He's also considering coaching opportunities that would allow him to share his knowledge with the next generation of cricket players. Imagine how much young players could learn from someone who played at the highest level for 15 years and maintained peak performance longer than almost any other player in history. Angelo is also exploring business opportunities that go beyond cricket. His investment portfolio already includes real estate, technology companies, and healthcare businesses. With more time available after Test cricket retirement, he can focus on growing these investments and building long-term wealth that will support his family and charitable work for decades to come. Here's something that will amaze you about Angelo's impact on cricket. Young players around the world study his techniques, copy his training methods, and tried to match his professional approach to the game. Cricket coaches use his career as an example of how dedication, consistency, and continuous improvement can help players achieve greatness, even without natural talent. But Angelo's influence goes far beyond cricket techniques. He's shown that modern athletes can use their fame and money to solve real problems in society. Before Angelo built his children's hospital, most cricket players only focused on their own success and wealth. Angelo proved that athletes have the power to save lives and change communities if they choose to use their influence responsibly. The children's hospital he built will operate for many years after Angelo stops playing cricket. Hundreds of kids will be saved every year because of his work. When those children grow up, they'll tell their own children about how a cricket player saved their lives. This legacy is more valuable than any cricket record or trophy could ever be. Let me tell you something that will change how you think about Angelo's retirement timing. Most cricket experts are calling this decision crazy because he's still performing at peak level. But Angelo knows something they don't understand. The cricket world is changing rapidly, and players who adapt to these changes will make more money with less effort than those who stick to old-fashioned approaches. 2020 cricket leagues around the world are paying massive amounts of money for short tournaments. A player can earn $500,000 for just 6 weeks of cricket in these leagues. Compare that to Test cricket, where players spend months traveling and training for much less money. Angelo's retirement from Test cricket actually opens doors to earning opportunities that didn't exist when he started his career. Here's another secret about Angelo's financial planning that most people miss completely. He's been preparing for this transition for over 3 years. While other players live paycheck to paycheck, Angelo has been building multiple income streams that don't depend on his physical ability to play cricket. His business investments are generating passive income that will support his family even if he never plays cricket again. The property investments he made 5 years ago have doubled in value. His partnerships with healthcare companies are paying dividends because of his reputation in medical humanitarian work. His cricket academy plans are already attracting investors who want to be part of his post-playing career success. This isn't just retirement planning, this is wealth building at a level that most athletes never achieve. But here's what makes Angelo's approach truly brilliant. Instead of waiting until his performance declines and he's forced to retire, he's making this choice while teams are still desperate to sign him. This means he can negotiate better contracts for the limited cricket he does play, command higher appearance fees for events, and maintain his market value for endorsement deals. Smart athletes understand that your earning power peaks before your playing ability peaks. Angelo is capturing maximum value at exactly the right moment. 5 years from now, when other players his age are struggling to find teams, Angelo will be established in his post-cricket career with financial security that most people can only dream about. Now let's talk about something that will absolutely amaze you about Angelo's influence on Sri Lankan society. His success story has inspired an entire generation of young people to believe they can achieve international success regardless of their background. In a country where many talented people never get opportunities to show their abilities, Angelo represents hope that hard work and dedication can overcome any obstacle. Children in Sri Lankan schools study Angelo's career not just in sports classes, but in business and social studies classes too. Teachers use his humanitarian work as an example of how successful people should give back to their communities. His marriage and family life are held up as examples of how to balance career success with personal happiness. The ripple effects of his influence extend far beyond cricket. Young entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka study his business decisions and investment strategies. Social workers reference his humanitarian projects when they're trying to raise funds for their own causes. Even politicians mention Angelo's work when they're talking about the kind of leadership Sri Lanka needs. But Angelo's impact goes deeper than just inspiration. The medical center he built has trained dozens of local doctors and nurses in advanced heart surgery techniques. These medical professionals are now saving children's lives every day using skills they learned at Angelo's facility. The knowledge and expertise he brought to Sri Lanka will benefit the country for generations. Here's something incredible that happened because of Angelo's hospital project. International medical organizations noticed the quality of care being provided at his facility and started partnering with Sri Lankan hospitals on other projects. This brought millions of dollars in additional medical equipment and training to the country. Angelo's initial investment of $3.5 million has leveraged much larger improvements in Sri Lanka's healthcare system. The economic impact of his work extends beyond healthcare too. The construction of his medical facility created jobs for hundreds of local workers. The ongoing operation of the center employs doctors, nurses, technicians, and support staff. The international attention brought by his humanitarian work has attracted other investors to consider projects in Sri Lanka. Let me share something that will give you chills about Angelo's dedication to helping children. Last year, an 8-year-old boy was brought to his hospital with a heart condition so serious that local doctors said there was no hope. The family had already spent their life savings on medical consultations and were preparing to take their son home to die. Angelo heard about this case and personally contacted heart surgeons in India and Singapore to get second opinions. When he learned that the surgery was possible but would cost more than the hospital's budget allowed, he paid for the entire procedure himself. Today that little boy is healthy and playing cricket in his village, dreaming of becoming the next Angelo. This story isn't unique. Angelo has quietly paid for dozens of similar cases over the past 3 years. He doesn't publicize these individual acts of kindness because he believes helping others shouldn't be about getting credit or recognition. The families whose children he saved know what he's done, and that's enough for him. His approach to charity is completely different from most celebrities who make big announcements about their donations but don't follow through with actual help. Angelo focuses on solving real problems for real people, not on getting media attention for his generosity. This authentic approach to helping others is why his humanitarian work has been so successful. Now here's something that will shock you about how Angelo maintains his incredible physical condition at 37 years old. Most people think it's just about working out harder, but the real secret is his approach to recovery and injury prevention. While younger players focus only on training intensity, Angelo has mastered the science of allowing his body to heal and rebuild between training sessions. His recovery routine includes ice baths, massage therapy, stretching sessions that last over an hour, meditation practices that reduce stress hormones, and sleep optimization techniques that ensure his body repairs itself completely every night. This scientific approach to recovery is why he can train harder than players half his age without getting injured. Angelo also uses nutrition strategies that most cricketers have never heard of. His meals are planned by professional nutritionists who calculate exactly how many calories, proteins, carbohydrates, and vitamins his body needs for optimal performance. He drinks specially formulated recovery drinks after workouts and takes supplements that support joint health and muscle recovery. But here's the most important part of his fitness success: mental conditioning. Angelo spends as much time training his mind as he does training his body. He practices visualization techniques where he mentally rehearses successful performances before matches. He uses breathing exercises that help him stay calm under pressure. He studies sports psychology books and works with mental performance coaches. This mental training is why Angelo can perform at his best, even in the most stressful situations. While other players get nervous and make mistakes in important matches, Angelo's mental preparation allows him to execute his skills perfectly when it matters most. This psychological advantage has been just as important to his success as his physical abilities. The children playing in hospital playgrounds today because Angelo saved their lives will grow up telling their own children about the cricket player who gave them a second chance. The doctors and nurses who learned advanced medical techniques at his facility will continue saving lives for decades to come. The young athletes who follow his training methods and professional approach will achieve success they never thought possible. Angelo Mathews retires from Test cricket as more than just a sports champion. He's proven that true greatness comes not from personal achievements, but from the positive impact you have on other people's lives. He's shown that wealth and fame mean nothing unless you use them to help those who need it most. And he's demonstrated that the greatest victories happen not in stadiums filled with cheering fans, but in quiet moments when someone's life is changed forever because you cared enough to help. If this incredible story inspired you the way it inspired me, hit that like button right now and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about athletes who are changing the world. Share this video with someone who needs to hear Angelo's message about using success to serve others. Drop a comment and let me know which part of Angelo's journey impressed you most: his cricket achievements, his life-saving humanitarian work, or his brilliant approach to building wealth while maintaining family happiness. Remember, Angelo Mathews didn't just play cricket for 15 years. He spent 15 years building a legacy that will inspire people long after everyone forgets his cricket statistics. That's the difference between being famous and being truly great. Angelo chose greatness, and his story proves that every single one of us has the power to make that same choice in our own lives, starting right now.